Hi, I'm Lynn for B&B Films, and I will be doing a review of the film Man som hatar kvinnor, also known as The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Men jag måste nog varna dig att Lisbeth är en lite speciell flicka.
Ja, du känner inte min familj. Du vet inte vad de är i stånd till. En av de där personerna tog livet av vargen.
The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is about a 40-year-old mystery that has gone cold, and this investigative reporter and a hacker are brought in to try and solve the case. Now, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a Swedish film, so it is subtitled, but the film is well worth a watch, purely and simply for the role of Lisbeth Salander, played by Noomi Rapace. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Like I said, it's a Swedish film. I also started off with the Swedish title of the film. So, anybody who actually speaks Swedish, I'm sorry, I probably butchered it. Noomi Rapace, who plays Lisbeth in actually it's a trilogy movie series, and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is the first one to come out, at least in America. I'm not exactly sure about the other two films, but I'm really excited for them and hope that they get released here as well. Lisbeth is basically, you can take her into the point of, our traditional ideas of a goth girl. She's got jet black hair, multiple piercings, tattoos. She wears basically ass kicker boots that have platforms, maybe. Judging from the screen, I can't get an accurate depiction, but maybe like yay high. Yeah. Literally, with those ass kicker boots that Naomi's wearing in this film, she literally does kick ass. She's not she's got that great attitude of being no fear. She has, she's not afraid to get roughed up and rough up someone who goes against her. And she's completely independent, even though part of that you actually get to hear and see part of her backstory and realize why she ended up the way she is. And it's, in some ways, it's not always, obviously, when people end up kind of that hard, there's nowhere near the nice red roses and beautiful flower type gardening. It's basically running over a long desert full of jagged rocks. Also, it stars Michael Nigvist. It's the last name is spelled Nygvist. So I'm definitely butchering that one. As Mikael Blomkvist. And that one, it might not be spelled that way, but I actually watched the movie and that's how it was pronounced. And he's an investigative reporter. Like I said, he's playing the investigative reporter. And his whole issue is he's actually, there's a few other things going on in the film with his character. I don't want to let that go because it could spoil the movie. But he has a special tie to this case, and that's actually why he's brought on. Besides the fact that he is a reporter with lots of integrity, there's many, many twists and turns throughout this whole thing. He's investigating, of course, this whole family because the current, well, not exactly leader of the family, but oldest member of the family decided he knows it's probably about his time to go. He wants to know what happened. Other than the two main characters, you're gonna want to watch it because it is a great story. It is that mystery story that you will believe you know the very end until you think you know what the ending is, and you have no idea. Unless you've read the book, then I can understand you're probably like, yes, I know how it ends. But when you watch the film, if you haven't read the book, there are probably a bunch of twists and turns that you might have not seen coming because it doesn't look like there's any indication of this person, that person, or that person. Maybe in your mind you catch it better. You're better at doing those solving crime books that they used to have where you write down who you thought the killer was, or you're really great at Clue. But I looked at that. I always leave my mind completely open, and I was just like, wow, that ending was really interesting. Um, as well as the fact of, like, as you could probably figure out from what I just said, I did not read the book, so I didn't know what was coming, and I preferred it that way because my thing is I prefer to look at all films specifically for the cinematic experience, because if I read a book and then I go to see the film and I don't like the carry between, it would make me sad. But again, like I said, I haven't read the book. I don't know if the Millennium trilogy of these films, because there's two other films that hopefully will hit the US. I don't understand if that's part of the same book or if those are two separate books. Someone can let me know, but I would definitely say go and see this movie because, again, the characters are great, the story's great, and in the end, for a good film, that's all you need. This is Lynn from BME Film signing off. Enjoy your movie watching.